Sup, Mental Gen? Razor the Awesome here. About a week ago, I posted a blog saying you could ask me anything. You people have asked, and now it is time I answer. Anyway, and before we begin, yes, I will be reading these questions as voices I have done for the readings, and no, I will not be keeping this anonymous. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get rolling. Rainbow Bob asks,
penis size! And yes, I would like this in video format, preferably with showing off the size as well.
This comment is accompanied by a picture of an Asian boy with the with the caption,
I am pervert and I'm proud of it!
Okay. Well, I am moderately well endowed. Just enough to satisfy the recipient, well, not enough to make them actually run away screaming. I actually have seen that happen in my time at college. But anyway, as for showing you the actual size, this is YouTube, and the rules say if I upload anything with porn, I'll get banned.
I will upload my foot into your ass if you do not. I'll take that goddamn towel off this instant!
Sir, if you want to see boobs, why don't you just use the internet?
Do you have any idea how hard it is to get a signal in the year 12 fucking AD? Even if...
Okay, I'm going to stop quoting Enfish's awesome abridged series shorts. Hello, Skype. But yeah. If you want to find out the size, though, you can find it out under 3 conditions. 1, you are female. 2, you actually make the effort to come over here and find me. And 3, I say you are worth it. Yes, people, I am straight. Get used to it. Anyway, moving right along. Tenebrous Soul asks, Yes, do a video. Now the question of doom! What made you start Wake Up, See This, What Do? Please, in the first place? Please tell me. Well, it actually all started when I found the picture that goes with it. I was watching the episode Hearts and Hooves Day when I suddenly got a phone call. I forget who it was. I think it might have been my mother. Anyway, I paused the episode and it ended up right on that frame. And when I was done with the phone call, I literally couldn't stop laughing for several minutes. So I screen capped the image and saved it. And then a couple of weeks later, I was looking through my old folders and I found that image. And I imagined this scenario in which somebody would actually just out of nowhere wake up and see that face staring at them. And it was kind of hilarious and horrifying at the same time. So then one day, a few days later, I was bored and on FimFiction, so I was just like, fuck it, I'll just start this thing and see where it goes. Turned out it went pretty far. Yeah, that is literally the extent of it. I had that image and was bored one day. So, yeah. Sorry I can't give you a much bigger grandiose story about where it came from, but that's literally the extent of it. Anyway, I'm sorry, I have to do a different voice for this one.
What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
That actually does depend on whether it is an African or a European swallow. I looked it up. Anyway, what is the meaning of life? 42, obviously. If you aren't satisfied with that answer, how about this? It's whatever you want it to be. Okay. Where do all these questions come from? Well, they come from you, obviously. And who is your favorite pony? I actually did a video a while ago of me listing off my top favorite ponies. I'll just say my number ones here. My favorite pony of the main 6 is Twilight Sparkle. My favorite secondary pony which is a pony that's appeared in at least one episode and has had a speaking role, is Brayburn. My favorite background pony is DJ Pond 3. And my favorite OC is actually a tie between Sundance and Hoyden from Luna vs. Technology, aka Progress, by Andrew Joshua Talon. Yeah, if you want to know why those are my favorites, you can just check out the video. I'll put an annotation to it right here that says this is an annotation to Razor's Top Ponies. Click on it. And if you don't see that annotation, it's because I haven't added it yet. So yeah, be patient. Anyway, moving right along. Brown Dog 77 asks, how do you find time each and every day, for the most part, to update this and have it consistently be good? Well, really, it's just when I come home, I just sit down and take an hour or two of my time to actually write the chapters. Yeah, I do write fast, and it does take me that long, sometimes 3 hours, depending on how long it is. But really, I'm a creative writing major, so I mostly use this story to help practice my writing. Like, since I'm a creative writing major, I'm getting critiqued constantly, so this is a good way for me to just actually practice my writing and work on what I need to improve on. And also, it helps me with what I like to call my subconscious writing, which is literally just me writing without thinking. That's how I've been writing this entire story. I literally just sit down, look at your comments, and just say, go. And but yeah, really, just whenever I get home from classes, I just sit down, take an hour of my time, relax, and just write. And of course, I'm generalizing with an hour. It's probably like sometimes 2.5 hours, sometimes 3 if it's a long chapter. As far as having it be consistently good, though, that's purely just a matter of opinion. And as of this video, there are 16 people who would disagree with you. They are people who are currently drinking rubbing alcohol and trying to rape the cat. Anyway, but yeah, I guess I can just attribute that to how quickly I can come up with ideas. I really don't know. I'm just glad that so many of you like it. And yeah, there's really not much else I could say about that. Anyway, what are some of the funniest comments that you didn't use in the story and why? Some of the funniest comments that I didn't use in the story are actually in the comment specials that I've done. You can find links to both of those videos in the annotations here, which, again, if they're not there yet, it's because I haven't added them. Shut up. But, yeah, as far as other ones I could think of that I don't use, probably any of the essay-length ones. Like, seriously, some of the stuff you guys come up with that is so fucking funny. I can't help but laugh. But I hesitate to use them because I don't want to give that much control to the story. After all, I like to give everybody a fair chance. But, yeah. It's like, can you show us the fan art submissions just so others can see this awesome story in picture form? Why, yes, of course. I will definitely show you the fan art submissions once I receive all of them. And, yeah, I am going to show off all of them, not just the ones that win first, second, and third place. As of right now, though, I've only received 5 fan art submissions, so for the rest of you that are participating in that, you might want to get them to me soon. Also, if you are participating in that, it would be nice if you could just PM me to saying you are, so I know who to expect submissions from. Yeah. And lastly, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Carmen Sandiego is currently in a basement in England watching episodes of Adventure Time. Yeah. Anyway, moving right along. DashySci3597 asks, explain your username. There actually is quite a story to my username. You see, it all started when Halo 2 came out, and I was going through the process of getting an Xbox Live account. And in the end of the day, when I was choosing a name for myself, the name that I ended up deciding on was Razor. And I've played a lot of Halo 2, I made a lot of friends, and through all their interactions, everybody just got used to calling me Razor. and I just got used to people calling me that. So Razor became sort of my online alias. And so since then, whenever I've decided to make accounts online anywhere else, I've always used the name Razor. And before you ask, no, my Xbox Live account name is not Razor the Awesome, and no, Razor the Awesome is not a universal name. More than like, if you see someone on a different website with the name Razor, that doesn't necessarily mean it's me. But yeah, Razor is just an online alias I've had for a while. So I've just gotten used to people calling me that. As far as the awesome bit, though, it's because I'm awesome. Yeah. Anyway, cynical brownie asks, yay, question time. Number 1, what would you do if you woke up under a lusty twilight? Probably channel Iron Maiden and run to the hills. Yeah. 2, if convenience stores are open 24/7, 365, why are there locks on the door? There are locks on the door to prevent people like, well, certain people from those things people want to do to ponies video I made earlier from getting in. 3, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? 1, all it requires is a strong set of teeth. 4, are kidneys shaped like a bean, or are beans shaped like a kidney? They are shaped like each other. Also, beans are tiny kidneys. Think about that the next time you're eating them. Yeah. Anyway, Garbo802 asks, in bad Jane, remember bad? You got good taste. So here are my questions, as always. What is your name? Sir Razor the Awesome of Fin Fiction. What is your quest? To write good fan fictions, I guess, and to do funny readings. What is the capital of Assyria? Nineveh. You weren't expecting an answer to that, were you? Why is Davenport the best pony? You're actually wrong. Vinyl Scratch is the best pony. In all honesty, though, who the hell is Davenport? Anyway, moving right along. Hey, it's our good friend Ken SES64. Anyway, he asks, how can feet smell if they don't have a nose? It's because they emit odors and you are smelling them with your nose. That is why. Why do they sell hot dogs in packs of 10 but buns in packs of 8? It is because life doesn't always go according to plan. You just gotta make do with what you got. Yes, I have seen Bulletproof Monk. Deal with it. I like that movie. Can you tell me how to get onto the freeway? Yes. If LLP ever officially crossed over with anything, what would you want it to be? I'm actually going to give 3 answers to this. One that I really want, one that realistically I want, and one that I know might actually happen. The one I really want to have happen is to have MLP cross over with any of my own original works. Yeah, creative writing major. I do have my own original works that I do hope to get published someday. But that's probably not going to be for years, so probably by the time I might get that out, the Brony fandom will have died out, as impossible as that is for some of you to believe. But think realistically. Number 2, the realistic one, probably Doctor Who. Just Doctor Who works on a mechanism where it can cross over with anything and have it make sense. So, yeah, I would like to see a Doctor Who pony episode. Preferably with Derpy. And finally, the realistic one, Care Bears. It's happened before,
and it's probably going to happen again. Get used to it. You don't believe me? Just watch the Nostalgia Critics reviews. Or the Nostalgia Chicks. They're both just as good as each other.
Anyway, Black Shadow 94 asks, if you were Chuck Norris, what would you do and why? And what would you destroy?
I would probably fight Jason Statham, just so I could put that arrogant asshole in his place. Yeah. I would fight Bruce Lee, but unfortunately the great Bruce Lee is no longer with us, so I'll have to settle with Jason Statham. That being said, I love the Transporter movies.
So, yeah. Ari Safari asks,
what is your reaction to the commenters who have taken some of the one-off gags from Wake Up, See This, What Do and just ran with it? Examples, Metal Gear Solid references, Hind Helicopter, doing the dinosaur, staring contest, Alice Louis Armstrong, etc., etc., etc.
Honestly, they probably make me laugh more than a lot of the other ones. I really don't... every time I write a chapter, it's literally just me opening up a page and just saying go, and seeing things like that just takes this story in places I never expected it to. And as far as the ones that have become running gags, I'm actually kind of glad this story has running gags, because it shows that people really care. At least I hope it does. But yeah, also I do have plans for how to tie them all together. Let that sit in your brains for a minute.
anyway, that Pegasus over there asks,
your brain can't wake up, see this, but do very fast. Is there any planning that goes into the chapters before you read the comments? Or you just wing it straight from the comments and let your imagination roam?
It usually depends on the chapter. Like, I don't plan it out all that much. Like, okay, here's what I do have. I have a plan on, like, where I want certain instances is to go. Like, say for example, like, I knew I wanted the human character to end up in that cave with Lyra and Bonbon eventually, but as far as how it got there, I still left that all completely up to you. So, yeah, sometimes I have a destination in mind, but how we get there is completely up to you guys. Although sometimes I do what I can to see if I can direct your guys' comments, just to see if I can. But, yeah, for the most part, it is just left completely up to you guys. And like I've said before, literally all I do when writing a new chapter is just hit the new chapter button and go. So, yeah, when I'm actually writing, there isn't much planning, but yeah.
Delamon asks, how many derps does it take to herp and vice versa? All of them. How many pillows on average make a pillow fight? It's not the number of pillows you should be concerned about. It's the number of people with pillows in the same room. You can have as many pillows as you want, but without people to throw them at each other, there won't be a pillow fight. So as long as there will be two people with opposing ideals in the same room and a good number of pillows, there will be a pillow fight. So yeah, it's not the number of pillows. You need at least two people, both of which who are willing to pillow fight each other. What music do you generally listen to?
I mostly listen to metal. Like, all kinds of metal. Like, the classic heavy metal from the 70s and 80s, pure death metal, like Cannibal Corpse or like Behemoth, which is technically more black metal, which I also like. And yeah, mellow death, thrash, ash, power metal, just anything. I love all the genres of metal. That's not to say I just listen to metal, though. I listen to some like classic and alternative rock on occasion, and I do listen to some rap music. Though rap's not a genre I generally like that much, though there are exceptions. And And of course I do listen to classical music when it calls for it. Recently, though, I've been listening to a lot of Nightwish and Demons and Wizards. Which, if you don't know, it's a band that has the singer from Blind Guardian and the guitarist from Iced Earth. If that does not sound awesome to you, then you need to start listening to metal. But yeah, I've had Demons and Wizards for quite a while actually, but I just recently started listening to them, and they are kind of awesome. Then again, that's what you get from the people who are from Blind Guardian and Iced Earth. So yeah. How many times does it take for you to bash your head into the wall to acquire unconsciousness? I don't know. I've never actually tried this, and I really don't intend to. Anyway, moving on. Lolsternator asks,
1. Lesbians.
yeah, lesbians are cool, I guess.
2. Where is that horse?
It's over there.
3. Needs more lesbians.
This is the internet. More lesbians should not be too hard to find. 4.
Hasbro doesn't approve.
It doesn't approve of you.
Just kidding. 5. Hasbro does approve.
This spells Hadbro, but I am going to assume you meant Hasbro. Hasbro approves of the massive amounts of money they are making from all of you people buying their stuff.
Yeah.
The Dark One, 234, asks,
What video games do you play, if you play any?
I mostly play, like, third-person action games or fighting games, but I do like some first-person shooters as well. Recently, though, I've been playing a lot of Metal Gear Rising, which would explain some of the song choices I've been doing for the Pony Combat chapters. And I'm currently really anxious for Injustice Gods Among Us to come out. Seriously, that game is awesome. And I really want to play as Doomsday, Bane, and Deathstroke. So, oh yeah. Also the goddamn Batman. Can't forget about him. Yeah. Anyway?
What pony are you most like, in your opinion? It doesn't have to be from the main 6.
I would say I'm sort of a weird cross between Twilight Sparkle and DJ Pun 3. Or Vinyl Scratch, if you prefer. Which is probably why I picked them. Like, Twilight and I do have some similar interests, but I'm not as much of a nerd as he is, and I actually, in real life, have a similar personality to Vinyl Scratch, though I do know when to control myself. But, yeah.
Do you watch any of the Monty Python films/sketches?
Really? Really? You are really asking me this? Yes. Yes, I do watch all of the Monty Python films sketches. I can actually quote all of Monty Python and the Holy Grail from memory. I'm not going to do it right now, though. If you want me to post a video of me doing that, I probably will, though I probably won't be that inclined to do it. But, yeah. But yes, of course I watch all of the Monty Python's films/sketches. You have to be an idiot who doesn't know what comedy is to not watch Monty Python. And if you watch Monty Python and don't think it's funny, you obviously have no sense of humor. So, yeah. I realize that is my opinion, but it is an opinion that a lot of people share. Anyway, moving right along. Pie Disliker asks, Video, please! If ponies weren't the dominant species in Equestria, what species would you choose? I suppose either the buffalo or the minotaurs. Why? Well, let let's just say that I think the buffaloes were cool, and minotaurs can kick massive amounts of ass. So yeah, probably one of those.
Yeah. Zatharos asks, what is the measured length of your fully erect dick? What the hell, Lyra? I sort of answered this question already. So, yeah. Also, sorry, Lyra, but I am not going to give you an answer to that question. Tom Show asks, do you clop? I created an entire video about things people do to ponies and acted disgusted through it almost the entire time. Though technically clop is just the sound that the ponies would make when they're doing that sort of thing, which is masturbating. So as far as do I clop, no, because I do not make that sound when I do that sort of thing, because I am a human, not a pony. So, no. As far as what you intended for me to ask, though, no, I do not do that to ponies. I have normal tastes, mind you. And I already forgot what voice I was doing for this. I'll improvise. Breast size. Alright, I was doing Spike. Breast size? I thought it was pretty obvious that I was a male, so I really don't have a breast size. If you're asking for which breast size I prefer, it really just depends on the woman in question. I usually like pay attention to the full figure of the woman, not just the size of her naughty bits. That being said, if they look good on the person in question, their size doesn't really matter to me. That being said, I do prefer something I can grab onto when we're in the mood, in the bedroom. No, I am not a pervert who goes around groping women. I have standards, and I am a gentleman, damn it. Yeah. How long does it take you to tie your shoelaces? Under 22 seconds. I actually timed myself. Ever tried cream cheese? Yeah, but I'm not particularly fond of it. Yeah. If you're blue and don't know where to go, why don't you go where fashion sits? Because I choose not to. I don't really follow fashion anyway. I'm not right. Like Rarity. Anyway, moving right along. Brinzinger asks, are you going to make a sequel to this? Please do. And with the same characters, including the same human? Are you serious? I just introduced the character's name and risen flag. We're not done here. We're not gonna be done for quite a while. So it's a little too early to be thinking about sequels. Yeah. We have not even begun to fight. Okay. Moving on. Machiavel asks, do you like wearing latex? No, not particularly. What do you think the mechanics of Fluttershy's stare are? A form of Earth pony, she's a Pegasus, psionic control over animals, simple Fluttershy badassery, or maybe she channels the author's pen to rewrite a character's behavior to suit her own interests. Weaponized adorableness, probably. She is just so goddamn adorable that you have to obey her. As far as the actual mechanics, though, I have no idea, and I really don't intend to find out. If you get that close to finding out, you're probably already gone. Yeah. Have you ever played the Stalker games? Not really. Or, actually, no, I phrased that question wrong. Have you played the STALKER games. But yeah, no, not really. I'm not much of a PC gamer. I prefer playing Xbox. Yeah. And before you PC gaming elitists out there start harping on me for that, it's my opinion and I like Xbox. Shut up. Did you join with consciousness? I honestly have no idea what you're trying to ask here. Yes, I do have a consciousness, if that's what you're implying. The wheel turned on its side is the tower. Have you realized a secret of the tower and confronted the true nature of the alien terror that is the Godhead? I'm going to say no. I really don't know what you're asking. If you're referring to the Dark Tower series by Stephen King, I haven't finished reading that yet, so shut up. And hey, it's Izamo1489 again. Let's see, what voice could I do for you that I haven't done yet? Oh yeah! If you were given the chance to gain the abilities of any protagonist of a fictional series, whose abilities would you pick and why? Keep in mind, I'm talking about just classic heroes. I'm not talking about just classic heroes, but any protagonist, even if they are insane or seriously cross the moral line. God of War being a good example. I want to say I'd like the powers of Jackie Estacado from The Darkness. However, those powers come with a celibacy clause, in that if you fornicate with any women while you have these powers, you'll die immediately. For those of you who don't read The Darkness, or at the very least played the video games, you should, because The Darkness is awesome. But yeah, since I can't have those powers because of the celibacy clause, I'd probably go with Dante from Devil May Cry. And it doesn't matter to me if it's the old Devil May Cry or the reboot. I like them both equally. So yeah, Dante from Devil May Cry. He's the best swordsman I've ever seen in a game, next to a few. And he kills demons and isn't afraid of anything. And 3, he is the absolute master of not giving a fuck. Dante, the master of absolutely zero fucks. Yeah. So yeah, Dante from Devil May Cry. Also, video is a very good idea. I love the last one you did. Thank you for your support. Made me feel important somehow. You made yourself feel important, but by making probably the most sensible list of things people would want to do to ponies that we got to read, which is probably why we saved it for last. Also making the elements of harmony into Power Rangers is the best idea I've ever seen. Make it happen, Hasbro! Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that's another thing I'd like to see My Little Pony crossed over with. Anyway. Also, what got you interested in MLP in the first place? Personally, it was the fan fiction, then the fan comics, then the music, AMVs, PMVs, and finally the show, in that order. Feel free to share this info if you wish. That's actually kind of an entertaining story. I actually got into MLP through my friend Daedaltheus 14. I'm not even joking, it's entirely due to him. What? You see, I guess it was the fanfiction first. What happened was, we were talking on Skype, and what he would do was he would send me readings of My Little Pony fanfiction in an attempt to horrify me. And he would send me things like Cupcakes, Sweet Apple Massacre, Scootaloo's Love for Pain, all of the horrifying ones. However, the one that he sent me that horrified me the most and probably broke me was Twy and Me. I'm not even joking. That story horrified the hell out of me. And mostly it just got me to realize that, really, this is the fan base you were a part of, Daedaltheus? Really?
There are people out there that actually want to do this to Twilight Sparkle and the other ponies. But yeah. But yeah, he would also send me like non-fanfiction that wasn't horrifying as well. I think one of my favorites was actually Fluttershy, which is why I consider it my brain bleach now. And yeah, it was the fanfiction first, and then he started getting me into a bunch of other things. I never actually read the fan comics, and I'm reading them now, but not back then. And then a couple of PMVs, including the Party 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 one, which got Andrew WK into ponies. And then finally, right before season 3 was coming out, I finally broke down and just like, fuck it, I'm just going to watch the show. And then I did, and I enjoyed it, and here I am. So, yeah, my friend and business partner, Daedaltheus 14, got me into the show. You can credit my entire love for the show to him. Yeah. I guess, in part, to Troy and me for writing the most horrifying fanfiction I have ever seen. Actually, no, I can't call it the most horrifying fanfiction I've ever seen because there are more horrifying ones that I've found since I've joined this site. And before you ask, we're not going to do readings of them. Shut up. Okay, moving along. Damikos asks... whose voice should I do for this one? Ooh, I know! Do you like house music? Not particularly. I don't really listen to much of it. Oh, hey! It's Kiro. Kiro0613 asks... Can I ask you anything? Yes you can. Do I have more awesomeness authority than everyone else? At least here. Do you want to? Because that's entirely up to you if you do. You want to? Is Companion Cube your best friend? I didn't even waste a second before I incinerated the Companion Cube. So no. Can you clean up the cat shit next to my bed? No. Do you like cat gifs? Yeah, if they're funny enough. GIF or GIF? Well, my technology professors say GIF, so I guess I'm going to as well. Yeah? Badass Grunt asks, Slenderman found you. What do you do? Don't panic. That's what I do. Slenderman is powered by fear, and I am not afraid of a faceless man in a suit. No matter how many tentacles he may have. Okay. Nightmare Neko asks, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? All of it. Also, which way's north? That way. That way is north. Gold asks, what is your favorite episode of My Little Pony? Friendship is Magic? In video format, please. I really generally don't have a favorite episode. I sort of like them all. If you want me to pick my favorite episodes of each season, I will. From season 1, it probably was... God, I need to think about this. Season 1. I honestly can't pick a favorite episode from season 1 off the top of my head. Hold on, let me look at a list of them right now. If I guess if I had to pick
favorite episode from season 1, it would probably have to be either Swarm of... Actually, you know what? How could I possibly forget about this?
Season 1, Swarm of the Century. Yeah. Yeah, Season 1, Swarm of the Century. Season 2,
It's About Time.
where Twilight had to go back in time for some stupid reason. Which was stupid if you think about it. Really, I think that episode shows Twilight's insanity and flawed logic in her own stupid way. And Season 3, probably Bad Seed. Or, no, the episode's called One Bad Apple. But yeah, the episode with Bad Seed. It's like, really, I just enjoyed that episode. I really did. A really close runner-up to that, though, is Magical Duel, which I have to put One Bad Apple above that one because that was not a magical duel! Watch Harry Potter. That is how real magicians duel each other. But then again, this is a show that's meant for little girls. So, yeah.
Primal Destroyer says, "What would you do if you were 1 inch tall in Ponyville?" Probably find Twilight and ask her to change me back. Okay. And finally, last question from Daedaltheus 14.
State your name, rank, and intention.
Razor the Awesome. Razor. Fun.
Well, yeah, that about does it for all the questions you've asked. Again, thank you for asking me such lovely questions. This was not nearly as frightening as I thought it would be. Considering what you people put in the things people want to do to ponies episode, that is. But, yeah. It's like, again, thank you all for asking these questions, and thank you all for liking and favoriting and following Wake Up, See This, What Do. Ooh, seriously, I have the greatest fans in the universe. So, and yeah, I hope those answers were satisfying enough for you. So, yeah. See you around the next update, everybody.